$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh, God.
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's
okay.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this scenario.
Go ahead.
Let's do it right
And
now.
Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
I'm sorry, but
When she
she's
cuts-
a great actress, but she sucks in that movie.
She cuts open the door with the chainsaw and she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What? If you back up with the saw!
we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by
Yeah.
you,
I can quote Speed too.
John.
Okay, that's fine. Garfield and Friends from Pickle
Oh,
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not the
Yes.
first one.
This one.
Times a hit.
Yeah, I hate that one.
It doesn't matter. That's
Well,
just an
yes,
image.
but there are two
There's
actual
two,
songs.
There's two of them.
Oh,
The
well,
second
that's what they.
one,
That's he sent me a picture.
Ready,
Ready?
Ready.
two,
To
party!
We're ready
To party.
We're ready.
Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield,
Garfield
and
and
Friends.
Friends.
And then I think there's another
I
verse.
love how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There
in
is. There's a little bit more to it.
Oh my god, I'm like tearing up here.
got
a Charlie
horse in my thigh.
Oh, shoot. You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh, shoot.
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Welcome back to PTOUnlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 306.
It feels like, again, it's been a month.
It really does.
It feels like it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks. Well,
And before that, it was 2 weeks.
yeah, that's why it's so weird.
We're one.
Can we stop
one
that?
on, one off for like 4 weeks now.
Yeah, yeah. So how was your time apart?
I think it was okay. Nothing
Yeah.
crazy happened. Well, a few crazy things
yeah.
happened.
What?
We had a big storm.
Oh yeah,
We did.
yeah. We had a really big storm.
We had
And,
we made national news, like Fort Wayne itself did, because of all the winds that
Yeah.
came through.
We're supposed to get another big one
I
tonight.
swear, it did not seem that windy at my. Maybe I was in the.
Oh, Josh
That's
and I watched it.
intense.
We couldn't see the
couldn't see the neighbors.
we couldn't see the house across the street at one
Yeah.
point. Like I looked over, I was like, "Wow, it's green
I
outside."
thought
Pretty
if
bad.
it was because it got up to, like you said, 90
Yep.
mile an hour winds. I
Yeah.
thought if it's really that fast here, I'll feel it, and I did not.
Were you outside?
No, but I
Oh.
just mean in my
Well, I
apartment,
mean,
it
in
would-
in your area and our area, we have so many trees that it really slows down those gusts. But I
Sure.
mean, at one point there was rain blowing sideways.
Yeah.
There we go.
So yeah, but it was the next morning on the way to work, just walking outside because it was still raining,
Mhm.
and it just walking out the back door to the garage area, I like got drenched.
Well, y'all are
It's
fortunate
horrible.
because you live on a hill,
And we also have an attached garage.
right?
We're
but
fortunate.
I mean, there's no flooding
We almost
No,
had
that's
some.
why we have floods. It's,
because you live on the top.
We
of
live
a
on the
hill,
bottom
we
of the
live on
hill.
the bottom. The top of
That's
the hill is
actually the
down
top,
there.
But I walk uphill to get to your front door.
I know.
Yes,
but
but-
it's still like
but up
up
there
there's the
Is
Oh, I see. What
Yeah.
You're
it goes all the way down to here. So
so yes, we actually our basement flooded a little bit.
so
so-
tiny. It was
Yeah.
trying to get through the windows a little
my
bit.
mom over the years since we got the house she definitely reinforced all the basement windows to try to make sure that doesn't happen. But at one point, our our backyard over where like the air conditioners and stuff are and like the windows over by the living room
Mhm.
it was like a lake.
Oh my.
Yeah, and it was like overflowing into where that, the basement has those windows, and it was
ground level.
overflowing into that, which was filling up and going over into the window.
Ground level windows for a basement are just a bad idea.
This is like a house built in the 1950s.
I'm talking about any house from now to the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm trying to
agree.
think like when we had our basement apartment in,
Oh, it flooded a lot.
yeah. Well, I mean, your basement apartment
Yeah.
down the street.
Yeah.
Remember all the floods that you had there?
I do. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pixel is being a
So he had
Man.
what happened with him?
well. 4th of July happened,
4th of July happened. It was nice. It was
He
a
ate
very nice
corn.
day.
which was fine.
That's fine.
He ate
Corn's
corn.
fine.
Yeah.
We gave him corn and carrots, which is normal in his diet. What
Yeah.
is not normally in his diet is grease dipped grass.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they my mom grilled for a
grass-fed
couple
grease.
hours and
That's what it
the
meant.
grill trap got full and then it spilled out onto the grass
And he ate it.
and created like a
Mhm.
pile, and I had to pull him off of it multiple times, and I originally had put like a bucket over it, but then that got moved.
Yep.
And then at the end of the night someone's like, he's eating the grass again, and I went and I pulled him off, and he had already eaten the whole entire circle
Oh,
plus all
boy.
the grease. And I'm like, I looked at him, I picked him up, and I said, you're gonna vomit tomorrow.
He did.
And he vomited more than 20 times in an hour
Oh my.
and got really sick really quickly, and enough that
He
it
was
was
under
affecting.
the
We
weather.
checked his blood work at the vet, and his liver was being affected. And then he, even through anti-nausea medication, he was still extremely irpy and drooly and didn't want to eat, and he didn't eat or sleep for probably 2.5 days, and neither did mom.
which is Alex.
So
She refers to herself.
He still doesn't seem quite right.
no, he's probably at like 90%. Like he only, I think it was like Saturday night is when I actually finally started to see him make a turn for the better.
Right.
But Tuesday is when I took him to the vet, and then he spent two days at the vet on IVs.
he was very, very.
Yeah, he was extremely
that one
sick.
picture he posted, he just looks miserable.
Oh,
right
he
there.
was. Oh, this one. Oh my God, that was day one.
Let me put
Yeah.
this up on our thing.
Yeah,
here.
that was day one. That was even through all the medications, and he was not feeling good at all. No,
no.
he was really, really sick.
I mean, just look at that.
I mean, any other time he'd be barking at me. He didn't bark for 2 days. Like
Now,
he
look
was
at-
just laying down and was really
what you might not have
lethargic.
noticed is down here.
Yeah, I saw that. And
Yeah, he had,
One
he
of
had
his
saw the
veins
pixel,
blew.
or when I
yeah,
saw
one
the
of his
picture.
veins blew. We put a catheter in his front left leg, and by the time I got back from lunch, he had already moved and pulled it out. So
Did you have to sedate him at all?
no, he was sedated basically. Like he was just that lethargic.
And then here's this one right here.
That was when I brought him home on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tuesday night. The only
Look
thing
at his eyes.
Yeah. He could not keep his eyes open, but I think him and I right there got an hour of sleep, and then he went right back to I can't get comfortable and
Burping.
and irpy and
Yep.
drooly and won't eat, and
Yeah.
he didn't eat anything until Thursday night. So yeah, he
Bad.
went he ate Monday night and then didn't eat anything till Thursday night. Like he just would not eat.
Yeah.
So, but
Rough.
oh yeah,
times,
it was
man.
it was a very rough long week.
So, how was your 4th?
I worked.
That's it. You didn't? Did you stay up for any fireworks of any kind?
Oh,
Did you
no.
watch Independence Day?
No, I did not.
Oh, I didn't even think about
Did
that.
you do any form of American celebration?
I don't think so.
No,
He did by being a free man and working.
I guess
Mm-hmm.
that's true. We had fireworks launched off a little too early, But I mean, I guess everything is
Uncle
fine.
might have been a little drunk.
hammered.
They
Give the
were just
drunk
like,
guy
no, the
fireworks.
sun's going down a little bit at 7. Let's shoot him off now. I'm like, sun doesn't go down until 9:20. We still got some time left. So by the time the sun wasn't even completely down and they had finished the fireworks.
Yeah. When they're getting the last 3 done, it's like, we got 3 more, and we're like,
well, it wasn't the
what?
weekend. People were going to work on Tuesday.
I know. We
That's
were done
true.
before even like 10 o'clock. We were out of the house.
But I think it was more anticipation because they had bought like $1,000 worth of fireworks and had like the big ass ones. One came down and pelted Amanda in the shoulder.
Oh, yeah. Burned it.
Yeah, burned her. She had a white shirt
Do you have
on.
a photo?
No, she's been sending me snaps. She's got a nice bruise.
It bruised her
It
too?
bruised her shoulder.
So
Yeah.
it was about maybe
It was
the
like-
size of a $50.
Yeah, and it didn't explode all the way, so it still had like
it was a
the.
pellet.
Did you see the video of the firework not going off correctly and like blowing up a car in that person's driveway?
I
I've seen
saw
plenty
a
of stuff like
picture, like a still
I
of
saw
it.
the
I
whole
did not
video.
watch the actual video. There were so many. Right
People
before we
are
started
dumb.
lighting
Always
up.
is, you know.
Okay, you know what was really bad? We got out the sparklers, and
Oh
he's
my-
like, let's get the wire tape and the duct tape. And I was like, we
No!
should probably not do
No,
that.
let's not do that.
He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, we know what you're
Well,
doing.
okay, and then on top of that, he's over there lighting
Wait,
up.
who's
My uncle.
Girl.
He was over there giving the kids the sparklers, and where he was lighting the sparklers was next to the grill. And I was like, I grabbed him by the shoulders. I'm like, let's go this way. He's like, what is this, OSHA? And I was like, well, you know what? I actually do some OSHA training at work, so yes, this is OSHA. I'm like, go that way.
Yes, Alex says OSHA training.
Oh
at
my
work.
god. It was like just seeing the worst case scenario. And then I was really surprised that we didn't actually have a firework ban because of how
It was so
dry.
We had to put
Well,
out multiple fires on the lawn.
Yeah, the lawn just from sparklers.
And
Like
little
the sparklers
poppers,
and little
nothing big.
poppers were lighting the lawn on fire.
They had to wet the grass around the fireworks area where we
Yeah,
launched
you know who
them
gave
off.
him that idea?
Your mother.
No.
Oh,
You know who gave mom that idea?
was it you?
Me.
Oh.
Even with all that rain, it was so dry. It just
Oh yeah, it sucked it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had like 6 inches of rain. It was ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah,
And it just
Um,
sucked it all
With
up.
that storm that came by, a lot of people lost power in our
Oh,
area.
yeah.
I don't know if we mentioned that. I wonder. Like, I was hearing a lot of people going for generators. And
Oh yeah, my grandma
Too
has
hot
a
to-
generator and it didn't work.
generators were selling out.
Yeah.
Like
it's
as
too
soon as they
hot
were
to
on the
not
pallet.
have a power, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad. Like, you know, there's some people are like, oh, I can handle it. Like your mother could probably handle it. Maybe. I don't know if she can anymore. She's
in
so
conditioned.
she's so
She's
used.
conditioned to conditioners.
She is conditioned to air conditioning, so I'm sure she's not. You know.
I don't know, but grandma doesn't really keep the air on 24. She's very much like my mom and keeps like the
Conserves a
doors
little
open
bit.
and the she
True.
likes natural like
You
wind
can't
and stuff
do
coming
that
through.
in the middle of in the
You
daytime.
really can't. No, but that's when they kind of run.
I don't
the
know. My
AC.
grandma's house is a very open.
It doesn't
house.
matter. It's 90 degrees outside.
Whenever you go over there, is it too hot?
I ain't wearing Angels jackets. I'll tell you that.
Whatever. It's fine. It's not like cold, but it's comfortable.
Let's talk about some playing and watching because I got some stuff, and Alex and I have been watching some things.
Oh wow,
and-
we actually watched quite a bit.
Wow! Yes, we have. What have you got? Anything new, Brett? Anything you've been doing, watching, playing?
So season 2 of Dark Side of the 90s has started.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the first episode was all about Arsenio Hall and how he did a whole different type of late night show, right? In the
Yeah.
late night wars, and
Was that on HBO?
No, it
it
was
was
on Fox.
Fox.
and he cut a deal to where
I never watched this.
he got executive producer and he got syndication, so which the other 2 shows were not doing. So it was very interesting, and just whatever was on the show was he brought it on himself, and it basically gave a lot of exposure to up and coming black talent. And what's very interesting about it is Johnny Carson said he basically blacklisted anybody that went on Arsenio. He's like, if you appear on Arsenio's show, you will not come on the Tonight Show.
Mm-hmm.
And so that led to, and Carson and Letterman at the time were not putting on young black talent.
No.
So Arsenio's like, okay, if you're not going to, they're going for the older white established celebrities.
Really?
So he's like, okay, if you're not going to give these people a chance, then I will. And so he starts putting on, Snoop and Dr. Dre and Kid and Play and just all those early 90s groups. And he, it did very well in the ratings. And what's surprising is after about 5 years, he's just like, I don't really want to do this anymore. And he just kind of stopped.
Really?
Yeah.
I never watched it though. Like I always wondered.
I didn't watch it either. The only exposure I had to it, and this is minimal at most, there was an episode of Full House where Michelle was like, "Can we watch Arsenio?" And she's on the couch going, "Hoo hoo hoo," because that's what they did.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting and just kind of a exposure to a piece of
how many more episodes
of the
are out
'90s.
for season 2?
I think there's 5 so far.
What else is there?
I don't remember.
You don't know.
I didn't look at them too closely.
Is it on YouTube?
No, I've been watching it on season 1 is on Hulu, but I have them set to record on my Sling.
Right on. We've been watching. Okay, so we watched Stranger Things.
Yep.
And it's all over the freaking
It's all
social
over the
media.
place.
If you're not,
Yeah, it is.
if you're on social media and you're seeing Stranger Things stuff,
Can't really avoid it.
you can't avoid it really, and you're seeing all these memes.
I mean, I just scroll past. I don't know what anything means. So.
Are you gonna go to it ever?
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah. This is probably
The best season ever.
Ever. It's everything is
Ever.
just better. In
10
this
out of
one.
10, 11 out of 10, 12, whatever you want. Most
11.
positive.
Haha.
11 out of 10.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Terrible joke, Alex.
Yeah. So
I didn't mean to. He made the joke. I didn't mean
here's the thing about that though. People thought this was the last season.
Yeah, I read that.
It,
It
but
was put off as it was.
it was, yes, it was put off
Here's the
like
thing,
it was.
It wasn't.
It's another
it's
example of if you're printing money, why stop?
Well, they have now. They're doing one
Well,
more. They really are
once
doing
you
one more.
finish this season, you'll know why there's a season 5.
No, that has nothing to do with it.
That
They
doesn't,
changed
no.
the ending of 4 because they're like, oh, they're going to give us more money to do 5. Let's just change the ending so we can be sure to write in
Yeah,
a
I
5.
don't know how they could have. Yeah, I don't.
There's no way they would have been able to make
They said
unless they doubled made
They
this
said this next
season-
season's not going to be a traditional season, so you're not getting a full. So it's probably going to be like a Game of Thrones.
it's probably
last
just
season,
trying
like
to finish up
what season 4 was like.
yes,
about
like
to
you could
finish
tell
up
like they
with.
tried to finish it. Like the last episode goes kind of in a hurry. Like at
The
the
whole
very
season goes
end.
in a hurry.
No, not a hurry, but like you can tell like it's very rushed at the last 15 minutes where you think this is the ending, but it's not. When you think this is the ending, but it's not. And it just keeps doing that. But then you're like, well, how are they? And then you look, you're like, oh my God, how are they going to tie up this whole entire thing in 10 minutes?
Right, exactly. That's like
And there's no way.
what I think they're going to do is they're going to they're going to finalize just 11's story. Hopper and them are back already, so their Russian story's done. But it's crazy to me that Stranger Things was like this. You could tell this was filmed in COVID.
Oh yeah,
like everyone was separate. You saw
everybody
group here,
like
group
groups
here.
are separated, so
And
they're only filming with
only
certain people.
one or two
and-
people I think went amongst all of them, and that was 11 for the most part. Really,
Yeah.
like she was like you see her all together with everybody. But yeah, you watching anything else, Brett?
I don't think so.
Oh, we got a few other things.
Yep.
The Boys.
Finish The Boys.
All 8 episodes. Every episode this season, IGN was given 8s and above at least.
Yep.
And we're
I
gonna say
agree.
9s and above
Yep.
for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed every episode. Every episode, there's a lot to tell.
There's nothing
8.
there's nothing that draws it out or
Not this season.
No, everything is like
If anything, the ending was a little slow.
yeah, you're like well, I know, but then when it ends,
You wanted more.
When it ends, I didn't know this was the finale. When it ends, I was like, oh wow, I can't wait for the next episode. Josh goes, well, what next episode? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, that's the finale. I'm like, that was the finale.
It's good.
It's like no.
It's getting a little
It's
hairy.
so good. So what's funny is that every single thing now, though, that you can predict or you say, oh, they're probably going to do this. Literally 2 seconds later, the actors say exactly what what you just said out of your mouth and say,
Yeah.
well, we could just do this. And then like, because you're saying like, oh, you can't predict anything because we're going to tell you exactly what you just said.
Yeah,
And then they don't do it. Or they do it and then they put a flip on it.
they did. But I gotta say, both seasons have been pretty predictable. I mean,
Both seasons, there's 3.
both seasons. I'm talking about Stranger Things as well.
Oh.
I'm talking about both of the seasons that we've watched. Like I was able to predict every single outcome for Stranger Things.
Josh was, I was,
And
I
for-
just kept an open mind for the whole thing.
I didn't. I was like, this is gonna happen, and it did. This is gonna happen.
Why
and
do
it
you
did.
do that to yourself?
Me?
Yeah.
Because I'm just forced to at this point. M. Night Shyamalan did it to me.
Yeah,
All of
we
those
can blame
twists
him.
that we were trying to figure
Yeah,
out.
he hasn't had any. He hasn't been relevant.
No, but he was the one that
No,
started
but he's the one that
it.
started it with
He
this.
started
For me, it
it.
was Signs. Like Signs was like, oh my
Signs
god,
was
all these things.
2006.
I don't give a.
But
what
then,
what does that have to do with
like
anything?
every movie, you're like, oh, is there going to be a
You would think
twist?
in
Oh, is there going to be a
16
twist?
Everybody tried to copy
You
off of
think-
Shyamalan.
In 16 years,
I'm
you
not
could break
talking about
yourself
just
of
him.
that.
It's called cloning a director's
I
freaking
guess.
thing. It happened. It happens everywhere. Upgrade was a twist, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, every movie's expecting a twist. Cloverfield, every episode or every movie of Cloverfield, there's a twist. You know, it's stupid. Every movie they're expecting a twist nowadays, so it's so hard for me to just not predict things. Thor, we watched that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
find
yeah, we went and watched
myself,
Thor.
When I start to do that, I'm like, wait, just
Back
wait.
off.
Just wait.
I need to.
But make a conscious
Yeah,
decision.
I
to
started doing that when we were
stop
watching
thinking
Stranger
about it.
Things. I was like, nope. Don't start figuring things out. Just let them show you what they want.
Yeah, I think that. Well, we were going to talk about Thor.
I suppose if it doesn't ruin the entertainment that you find, unless it is.
Yes,
It is ruining it for you.
kind of.
For
Well,
him.
then stop.
I can't help it.
Yeah. I
The
get it.
biggest thing is like we'll go, oh, I think I know that actor. Josh goes, well, let me look it up. I'm like, do not look it up. I'm like, because he's gonna get something
Yeah, but-
spoiled.
In a movie, it's fine though,
No,
because
it's not. 'Cause
they
then
don't
you're gonna
tell
find
you
out
how
whether or not
they
it's-
don't tell you how long they're in the movie. For series,
Or
they
if
do.
it's like a surprise character or something, you're flipping through, you're like, oh, Anna just figured something out by knowing somebody's gonna be coming in that we haven't seen
I
yet.
don't know about that.
It's possible.
If it's
Don't
a movie,
look it up.
if it's a movie that doesn't have like a saga, then I'm not afraid to look it up because you can't really figure it out then, right?
Oh, whatever. I don't know. Whatever.
Anyways, Thor.
Thor.
Third time mentioning it. We
I
saw
that
it yesterday. It was good.
It's good.
I gotta give it I liked it just as much as Ragnarok. The story was a little more closed than Ragnarok. It wasn't as like open, you know. It was a little more linear. What are you giving me that smirk for? You didn't like it?
I would not put it on the same level as Ragnarok.
I think it's fine. It was great. I enjoyed it. The goats don't ruin it for me.
Okay.
What's wrong with it?
I just said the goats are fine, but I think that they made it way too. It would have been better if they would have just made this serious. They tried too hard to break the seriousness of all of the scenes with way too many over the top funny moments.
So the Guardians of the Galaxy are in this movie for 5 minutes. I'm gonna state that it's not really a spoiler because
No, it's
nobody
not.
dies. They
They're
don't
in the-
die. They just go and do their own
They're in
thing.
the trailer, aren't they?
Yeah,
yeah, they're
but
in the trailer.
but what you see in the trailer
It's
is
basically
all
Thor.
you see of
I
them.
mean, it just shows you Thor's with them, and then he's going off to do his own thing, and they're going off to do their own thing, and that
Yeah.
they're tired of hanging out with him because he's
ruining all of their
he's
adventures.
ruining their adventures because they would just be like, all right, we can't fight these guys off. Thor, can you help? Yeah, okay. Boom, they're dead. All right, what else do you need?
And then they ruin everything. Thor ruins everything
Yeah.
in the mission.
He's taking out
Yeah.
all the fun.
He really is. So they split off, and it's like you kind of feel like the writing of it. They like when they were given the script, or when they were writing the script for this one, they're like, oh, we have to get rid of the Guardians because they're here because there's too much already. Like they have to they have to make it more dark because Christian Bale. Oh my god!
So I will say that Christian Bale,
he could do a villain.
he's a 10 out of 10
you
in
could hear
this.
Batman.
Yes, you can.
You could hear the.
Well, okay, so I actually got Batman and Joker out of it. Remember,
Oh,
because
he
he's
got- he got a little bit
got
of
a
a smile
maniacal
going on.
laugh going,
Yeah.
and
But he had to keep an accent that you don't know what he was trying to keep.
yeah, but that's right. But either way,
Gore the God Butcher.
he is ridiculously scary.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was more scared of him than Thanos.
Yes. Well,
like,
but
Thanos
Thanos felt
wasn't
more
scary.
powerful.
yeah, Thanos felt more powerful against like humans because
Mhm.
the threat was for humanity, and the God
Gore.
Butcher, he's literally just going around and
Killing gods.
killing gods. He doesn't give two shits about the rest of whoever tries to fight back and get involved, which is generally the
True.
humans, but
Yeah.
his war is not with them. The war in his mind is with gods.
Yes.
And you find out why and all this other shit. Like I think they
yeah.
did a really, really good job with him.
Yeah.
But for me, I think Natalie Portman's character,
I felt bad for her.
You
didn't like it?
I don't like what they did with her. I don't. I
Hmm.
think that like they should have made it more serious. She is trying to be way too.
They did make it serious.
No, they put way too much funniness and like awkwardness with it, and I don't.
Natalie
it took
Portman
away from
acts
her.
that way though. Like her character in the Thor series has always been awkward around him.
It didn't feel like the same person to me.
True, but did if you go to Toy Story 4, did what's her name feel like the same character?
No.
Bo?
No. And that's why I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's the exact same reason, actually.
Hmm.
Like, this did not feel like Natalie Portman's character at all.
True. Yeah. Okay.
Like, it just felt like they just threw her in as like a sob story
Lady
slash
Thor
just...
is in the comics.
I get it. I don't care if she's a real person or not in the comics. I'm saying her, like, what they did and how they had her act as this person.
Hmm.
I didn't really
You
like
didn't like
it.
her acting tough.
She tried way too hard.
Captain Marvel hard?
I liked Captain Marvel, so you can't
What?
ask me about that.
Excuse me.
Yes,
You
I
like
know. I
Captain
know that you
Marvel?
don't
I
like
didn't- I
Captain
didn't
Marvel.
think you
I thought
did.
it was
Oh.
okay.
Okay. Moving on.
I don't know. I just thought it was a little over the top. Like they just tried too hard. They were cursing for no reason.
There was a lot of
a
shit.
lot of shits. Like in one sentence, there was like 4 or 5 times they were like shitty, shit, shit, and I'm like, why are they? Why? And it's like they were just for no reason, and it was just
terrible writing.
it was very terrible writing.
Okay, so you're bringing the movie down for me.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like Ragnarok was like perfect.
Written by the same person, I think.
Ragnarok was perfect. Loved it. Yes, there's a lot of callbacks to a lot of different Thors in there that were really funny, and I liked some of the funny moments, but I really think they could have made this more like
You miss
dark.
Loki is what you do.
I do. But they could have done more darkness and
Yeah.
kept when things were more dark and scary, I was more into the movie.
Mhm.
When they lightened it up, they lightened it up too much over the top.
Sometimes.
But anyway.
They're trying to make Thor.
And I didn't like what they did with Zeus. I really did not like what they did with Zeus either. Like the acting. I did not like it.
Their hammer relationship was a little weird too.
That was fine. I like that.
But I watched Air Force One. I bought Air Force
And
One
I got
actually.
mad at you.
I bought it on Amazon because I was like, I don't own this movie. I don't know why I don't own this movie, and I just want to watch it, and it's not available to stream anywhere. So I just bought it on Amazon, and Alex is like, why'd you watch it without me? It is a 25-year-old
without her?
movie.
Yeah, he did.
Oh no, I watched Air Force One without you.
So watch it without him.
Yeah,
Well,
I
no,
don't
no,
care.
now I don't. He said on the phone, "Oh, I hope you know that I just in case you see it like on our bank account or something, like a purchase, like, hey, I bought Air Force One for blah blah blah." And I'm like, okay, whatever. And when he said that, I kind of got excited. I'm like, oh, does that mean we're gonna watch it tonight? So he's like, so then I watched it over lunch, and I'm like, what?
Why can't you just watch it?
It's a movie like we've always watched it
Hey,
together.
I can watch it again.
I understand that, but like,
You want to watch it tonight?
I don't know. It's one of those movies that I don't know. I
didn't
just
think you were that offended about me watching a movie.
I know it's like you watching like the Fifth or me watching the Fifth Element without you.
I'd be okay with that.
Whatever.
No, I would.
You know that if I would have done the same thing, he would have been like, "Oh, why didn't you tell me you were
No,
watching
I don't
it?"
think so. I don't think so.
Maybe, but
Maybe not.
that
But
doesn't change the fact that you can still watch it.
I can watch it tonight again. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
There's a difference.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, there is. You hurt my feelings.
There's not a difference when it's a movie you've seen 100
How about
times.
this, Alex? I wasn't able to pay attention to it as much because I was
That's true,
working.
He was working, so it was more like on in the background.
Very much so. It's like having Scrubs. Which I should have done that instead, actually. I've been wanting to watch
Yeah,
Scrubs.
you should have. I don't care because I've seen that a million times too. But no, I don't know. It's just one of those movies that we watch together.
Yeah. The dog is eventually going to give up in the... I don't know if you guys can hear it on the mic at all, but
It
He's
should
not happy.
cancel him out.
he is yelping, man. He's going to lose his
That's
voice.
because Brett came here and he got excited.
He didn't
Um,
really get that excited though.
You gotta remember his energy level. He's only had like 3 meals since he's been better.
You playing anything new?
Anything new, but I
We're
got
playing.
a great baseball story.
Okay. Did you have a clip?
No,
Damn
no
it.
clip.
Okay.
And I should have recorded it, but I don't know if I would have been able to get it all for it to be a great story.
You can set them for more than 60 seconds now, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can.
But I didn't know it was going to be great.
I think
until
you have it
after
for like
happened.
2 minutes now.
I
Actually,
think so. I think you're right.
I'm just going to read because I immediately
You wrote it
text
down?
Patrick.
You wrote the whole play?
I immediately text Patrick.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So, let me find it here. This is what I sent to Patrick after I finished. Actually, I'll probably tell the story because I kind of remember it now after reading it. So, I'm in the playoffs, and again, I'm working for an achievement to win 2 championships in a row. So I've got to win no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's the playoffs. The playoffs are 5-game series.
Yes.
And I think it's tied. I think this is game 5. And it's the 8th inning. My best relieving pitcher comes in, and he gives up 2 home runs to tie the game. And so 9th inning comes along, and they bring in, or no, the pitcher on the other team, he walks my first batter. They bring in a new pitcher.
This is already pretty intense, thinking about it.
And
Because tie game, what's the score?
I can't remember the score. It was just tied.
Okay, just tie game.
So the first pitch the opposing pitcher throws, and this is my best hitter, by the way. He jacks a 2-run walk-off home run. And I walk off, meaning that the game is over because I hit the home run. It's done.
It's done.
So I went apeshit.
That is awesome.
It was awesome because I'm just like, I really freaking need this because this team, my pitching is not as good the second year because I lost my second best reliever, and the 2 that I picked up are garbage.
Supposed to be the bottom of the 9th,
So,
then you said, right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But it was great.
That's awesome. Actually, hearing about that, I love it when you have like good baseball, or I mean, any comeback stories like that. I mean, Alex is 1v1 the other time, like last episode. She won Fortnite for us. That was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
As far as playing for us, playing Fall Guys. Oh, I do have a clip for Fall Guys I'd have to play because this is an interesting thing that's going on with Fall Guys and their server. It kind of sucks. Like we were watching Brian here because I just fell out, and we're playing squads. So there's just him and this guy has survived. So you have to have one other person eliminated, which would be either Brian or the other guy. And Brian's this guy playing right here, and he dives, and the other guy just needs to survive as well. And it looks like he falls off right there. So we thought we lost, but
Josh like already ready to back out.
But then we survived and we got victory. That's like, they need to fix their servers here, man. It looks like he falls.
Oh, but you can't see the other guy, so you can't see whether or not.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm backing out. And then we actually got it, though. But a big
But did the other guy drop before Brian did, and that's why they counted it?
Right. The big thing about this is that was Patrick's wife's, Crystal's first crown. So that was a big deal for her.
I do need to
You gonna check it out?
complain about something.
Oh, okay. What?
So I tuned into your Saturday night stream, and I watched for maybe a match and a half, maybe 2 matches. It was the match that the full match that I watched is the one where you didn't do well. You lost. You got like 12th or something.
Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite?
Yes.
Oh,
But
okay.
what annoyed me is that for the amount of time that I watched, I felt like I was watching you walk around, pick shit up for 20 minutes of that for 5 minutes of gunplay. Like, is that what the game is? I would
Fortnite-
never
That's
play
why-
that.
We try to
That's
make it a little
why-
faster paced and talk.
Yes. So that's why.
It's not just the gameplay for Fortnite. We have conversations
Yeah.
as we're down.
So,
Okay.
so that's why I'm kind of getting annoyed with that myself.
We're not playing Fortnite anymore now.
So,
we actually kind of
Last night,
broke up.
because of that, I went back to Call of Duty.
went to Black Ops.
We went to
Cold
Black
War.
Ops Cold War.
It was
Uh-huh.
great.
It was fucking amazing.
We had so much fun.
We did such a good job. We all had our energy was back because at first everyone's like seemed like they were burnt out on it, but it showed like Josh and I, our last time playing it was October, and so was everybody else. So we got on it, and everyone's like, you know what? Fine, we'll go ahead and re-download it. We'll see how it goes, and we all had an amazing time. Rick was on, like we're all just like woohoo! Like this is let's go back to
great time.
playing.
It was
That
a
won't
great time.
happen every time, right? Because sometimes you get off of it because you get your butts kicked.
They get their butts kicked.
Well. You're talking about Call of Duty still, right? Black Ops.
Yeah.
No, we're.
I don't know. I could play Call
Patrick
of Duty.
hated it because he's.
Patrick
he's on the
also
bottom of the leaderboard for the
was
time being.
was not feeling good last night.
Oh, he wasn't.
No,
I didn't
he
know that.
right after he got off stream, he was texting me and said that he had a
Oh.
headache and wasn't feeling good.
I did not know that.
That's why he was being very quiet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, the rest of
No, everybody else. That was probably the first Sunday stream where everybody else got off, and I'm like, I'm ready to stay on and keep playing.
So it was Alex, me, and Brian, and
we stayed on for
like
another three or four matches, and we're like, all right,
we did
maybe now
great.
I'll get off.
We did great. We won. We were winning. We were having a fun time. It was fun.
Oh.
I did start. So Far Cry 5 is on Game Pass.
I
now,
saw that.
So I started playing that on PC.
Nice.
And Power Washer Simulator is coming to Game Pass.
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
Check that out.
Quentin plays that. He played it.
Yes,
on
he
his stream
did.
when he was
He
streaming.
watched. I watched him play it, and it's very
I
satisfying.
think it's on Xbox right now.
If it isn't yet, it's like
It should
it's
be.
this month.
It's
Yeah.
just he was power washing the side of a house, and after he gets done with one side, it goes ding, and it's like this
Are
really
you
like
still playing the lawn mowing
nice
simulator?
ding.
I haven't in a while,
No, man.
but I will go back to it.
Yeah, we went back to Warzone, and
yeah. And how was that?
it's not good.
So
It's a bunch of 3-year-olds
Cold
playing.
War's good, but Warzone stinks.
It stinks. It's really bad, and I feel bad for Patrick because he wants to play Warzone and he wants to enjoy it, and we
I feel like
don't-
all of you guys want to enjoy
we
this
don't
game
do well.
so bad,
I know.
and you guys all end up just seriously strangling each other.
Yeah,
And it
yelling at
is
each
not
other.
fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm
Like
staying-
I end up
I
just
think I'm gonna
keeping
stay
your
off of
stream
it.
on and turning the volume down because all you guys do is yell at each other. And then you get mad at me if I get to stream and I'm like, hey, maybe you guys should stop yelling at each
No,
other. And you're
we,
like, no,
uh,
we're fine. It's just gamer talk. And I'm like, really? Because it sounds like you guys are about to kill each other.
We played Fall Guys on Saturday and had a great time.
Yes,
so.
you guys. So I love watching you guys play Fall Guys
Yeah.
because when you guys lose or when you guys do stuff, it's funny.
We're
and
playing the squad mode now.
like
so that's a lot
it's
more
fun to
too.
watch you guys play that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like playing Mario Party 24/7.
Right. Except
Except it's not.
it's a little bit different. You have anything else you want to talk about for playing and watching?
I don't think so.
We can
I don't
talk
think we're-
about. We can
We're not
talk
playing
about.
anything else.
No. Alex kind of was thinking about going back to Shredder's Revenge again one more time.
I even pulled that up because I was like, because
Especially with Casey.
because
Jones.
yes, I
Yeah.
was like, man, I would really love to play as Casey Jones.
Well, you have to fight everybody for it.
Yeah, you have
I
to,
know.
You'll have to come up with a fair.
Well,
choose.
okay, somebody could be Casey Jones, and I'll just go ahead and be April. It's fine.
Oh, you could be April. Yeah, I could be someone different. I could
That's
be.
fine.
I could be someone
I
different.
know.
know-
I really liked
I
it. It was
know
fun.
Rick has not played through it yet, or at least I don't think he has because we talked about it. But this was a couple weeks ago.
Who were we played with? Brian. We played with all us three.
It was
Patrick.
Brian,
Rick.
Patrick.
Okay.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could have the 6 be Rick then. Yeah, we could think about that.
I don't know.
probably
It
this
was.
weekend.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot. It just reminded me so much of
back
playing
on
when I was younger.
Monday through Friday
Mhm.
after the holidays done. Yeah.
I say that I am working this Saturday.
But you can, if we play Saturday night, you
Yeah,
could
yeah.
if we do. Let's talk about Upgrade.
Okay.
So that's the movie club movie of the week.
Josh, how about before we
My
talk about
choice.
it, or not before we talk about it, but
What?
how about you tell us again and remind the audience how you stumbled upon this movie?
Oh well, that was going to be my first question.
Okay, so this movie,
I remember you said TikTok.
TikTok. Yes, there was a movie reviewer who just did like my top 5 best movies of this that I watched over COVID or whatever, and I was looking and one of them was Upgrade, and I was like, that seems pretty interesting. It seemed like something similar of other movies that we watched, and it just was like kind of under my radar, and I wanted to see it. Kind of like the other movie that we watched over Halloween or whatever, the one where they're in
Oh yeah,
the comets,
Yes.
The what?
where the comet's going over the house.
They're at the dinner table, remember, and things start happening, and there's like a box, and like, they go outside, and like all the lights are off.
and you're never seeing the same dinner table
I don't remember.
or the
that.
same. Everyone's leaving this
I
house.
remember the one where the sister's head gets knocked off by the telephone pole.
What one is that?
Yeah, I was like,
Remember the?
Oh, that's Hereditary.
yeah.
that wasn't
one.
my choice. That was Alex's.
Oh, okay. I don't remember the one.
The one I'm talking about is it's a very indie flick.
it was very indie, but we really liked it.
It's the one. It's one with the
It starts with a C.
collusion, or it's where
It starts
two
with
things
the
come
C.
together. And they go down the street, and it turns out you're just
You're like-
walking from
you're
one
just walking-
the same house to the
Yeah,
other. And she
it was
winds up-
really
Why do I have
crazy.
no recollection.
It was made. It came out. We watched it during COVID.
Starts with a C.
I know it starts with a C. We all really liked it. And it was kind of like a mind-blowing, like, mind fuck kind of thing. Like, it was like, wow.
Somebody tell me what this movie is.
Where comet doesn't hit Earth, changes dimensions. Yeah, there it is. Coherence.
I love Google. Coherence,
Movie
yes.
where comet
I knew it started
changes
with a C.
dimension. Yeah, it's coherence. Yes.
That. Yep, right there.
I have no memory of this movie.
If I do a coherence
Movie.
search
And then, yeah, show him that picture right there.
like this.
You don't remember
I
that.
kind of remember that.
It was like, remember, they were having like this weird, awkward dinner table conversation, and then somebody would leave, but then they wouldn't come back, and
Okay, I vaguely
like the
remember
power was
that.
going out, and they said they were blaming the neighbors, but then they were blaming each other, and it was
And I liked it.
yes, all
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah, so
all
this
of us
is
loved
the-
it.
Like one person was cheating on the other or something. I don't know what that was.
Like there was just a
about,
bunch
but-
of like stuff going on. Like it was just you had to follow it, and you couldn't guess the ending. Like I don't even
I
really
should
remember.
watch that again then.
it was
Yeah.
it was pretty it was a slower movie, but I think it was okay.
It was good. It was
it
very
was
good.
pretty good.
Anyway,
So yeah, 2013 is when.
So,
that came
anyways,
out.
going
Oh my
back
gosh.
to
nailed that.
Upgrade.
Wow. Yeah. So, the synopsis of this film. Set in the near future, technology controls nearly all aspects of life. But when the world of Gray, a self-labeled technophobe, is turned upside down, his only hope for revenge is an experimental computer chip implant. Starring Logan Marshall, Melanie Vallejo, and Steven Danielson.
Probably
Like, only one
Vallejo.
person I knew was Logan Marshall Green, and he's from Prometheus, Devil,
I knew I recognized
And,
Is
him.
he
Spider-Man
the-
Homecoming.
Is he the Aaron?
Hmm?
Is it Aaron?
Aaron Gray. Wait,
no,
what?
Aaron. The character Aaron. Is that who you're talking
Aaron,
about?
the blonde guy.
The rich guy.
No,
rich
I'm
guy.
talking about the main
He's
character.
talking about the main
Okay.
character.
Yeah. I don't recognize
I
the
didn't
other guy.
recognize anybody, but that Aaron, the
You s-
character Aaron.
You saw Spider-Man Homecoming, right?
Yeah, but it was years ago.
The Shocker.
I don't remember.
Okay.
But the Aaron, the main villain,
I don't know.
I swear he looks like a young Leo.
He looks
does,
like the
yeah.
other oh my gosh, you probably haven't seen Project X.
Nope.
No, that's a good one. That's where the boys get the superhero powers from the
Oh,
comet.
yeah, he looks like him. Yeah, I know exactly who you're
Mhm.
talking about. Yep.
I don't know
mhm.
that guy. The actor's
I don't know his
but He
name.
was also an Amazing Spider-Man.
Mhm.
Too. Okay, so I enjoyed this movie. It was a fun sci-fi film. With a great twist at the end. This is gonna be a spoiler review, of course, guys. It has a Venom and iRobot feel. Personally, I think a more Venom, mainly
could
because
s-
of just
I
the
could-
internal
A
sound.
little more violent than iRobot.
a
Yeah.
little bit.
The first time, like when STEM takes over, that was
Oh, at the Marine's house.
yeah,
Yes.
That's
that was
crazy.
intense.
Josh and I both he's like, just give me permission to take over or whatever. And he's like, I give you my permission. Thank you. And then just everything what's happening? He's like, you just stabbed that guy.
Darn near sawed his head off at the jaw.
Oh my god.
So I didn't hate this movie.
Yeah,
I thought the acting was pretty bad.
I didn't think it was
I
awful.
I could go either way with it.
It was
I
okay
guess.
on either way.
The
yeah.
there was
Who's
two
that?
twists actually.
Oh.
One twist was adverted. It was abandoned, but then you figure out why. I thought, and I was gonna be mad if it happened when he at the end when he wakes up in the hospital bed and his wife is alive. I'm like, you're not
The
gonna
whole
do
thing a
this.
dream?
This is so cheap.
Yeah.
But then they actually say no,
No, he's just in a better
He's
place, and
living because they reference the VR thing.
Mhm.
yeah.
So I thought, well, that was a cool story. But I guess to end it up,
Yeah.
the AI takes over his body completely.
Yep.
But I'm like, well, what's he gonna do now? You know, like how's he gonna take over the world in a human body?
At this
if
point,
that's
he's
what he
got.
wants to do.
At this point, he'll move from one to the next.
You got to
or
think
something.
Yeah.
the way he's going, the human part body, especially with the hole in his hand, is gonna break down and completely fail.
Eventually, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
What did you think about the guys with
The guns in
The
their
guns in
arms?
their hands?
That was an
Yeah,
interesting.
like that was
take.
kind
I
of.
mean,
He
think
was like
about it.
doing
It
this.
makes
bit.
sense. You can
Yeah.
have
Like,
an entire.
You know,
rod
he
in
like
your
just
arm.
went like this,
Load
And
your
your bullet
shells
goes
into
in
his
Loading the
bicep.
shells.
Yeah,
And then
bicep.
just-
God.
it was
Yeah.
kind of like an Iron Man kind of thing,
Yeah.
like boom.
But they got like little pinpoints and a
Yeah.
little hole at the base.
I thought
So
how they
weird.
wrapped it up with STEM being the AI,
Yeah.
how
boss.
he's in control of everything was a pretty cool idea.
Yeah. That whole thing about him being like in the world with Asha, I didn't think that was gonna really end up that way.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a whole different ending.
It's
ultimately, when you think about STEM and what it ends up doing, it's a little bit unoriginal. I mean,
Mhm.
and AI controlling everything, and that kind of like Eagle Eye. That was the same way.
Ex Machina has a very similar ending, and then there's also this other movie. What was I gonna say? Vanilla Sky. You ever see that movie with Tom Cruise?
I've actually never seen
I've seen
Vanilla
that one
It's
Sky.
a little bit
times.
older, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
it
the
was like
04.
Yeah, it was in the 2000s.
Sorry,
Yeah, early
Alex, I
2000s.
interrupted you. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't even remember. I just
You haven't really talked about it.
I liked it a lot. Josh and I were yelling at the TV, and my brother was like, he came down afterwards. He's like, "What were you watching?"
Why were you yelling at the TV?
Well, all the
Just-
movements.
Like he did such a. I liked how it was.
Tracked.
How it was like in third person. How the camera followed him around, and it was almost like you were in a video game.
Yeah.
Like watching him, and he was like doing these almost like robotic movements, but almost like you were telling him to do things and pick things up in the way he was moving when he got stem put in.
Right.
And
He did look funny. He was
like it looked
More
like
robotic.
it
a
looked
little
more like
pushed
even the way
out.
he walked, he did.
Yeah.
look
like it's
natural.
and then he'd do this and then turn and walk this way. Like it looked like you were following somebody in GTA.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool perspective. I don't know. Everything about it. I thought it was really
When
good.
STEM took over, the camera tracked Gray. You could see it the whole time, like his movement. It was tracking him specifically and nothing else around. The way that was done is actually pretty low tech. They put a cell phone in his pocket, and it paired with the camera. That's
Oh
it.
really?
That's it.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's it. Or maybe somewhere on him. It wasn't necessarily in his pocket, but if they put it like on his chest or something, it'd move with the
when-
camera.
Josh and I like
Or it
yelled
with it.
like you're right. So when he's like getting choked on the ground in the Marine's house, and he's just like, I give you my permission, blah blah blah, and then he goes, "Thank you," and then he just sits up, or not
He
even
just,
sits, but
knocks
just goes
his throat back.
boom. And Josh and I were like, "What?" like
Very, sudden movements, I guess.
During
I know,
that
it was,
scene,
it was really good.
during that scene, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a time when the guy's about to hit him. He had to like kind of push his own head out of the way because Stam doesn't have control of
the neck.
shoulder up. Yeah,
yeah, because
so
he
he had
has
to like
control
kind of
over
move
this.
him a little bit just
I
to get him
saw-
out of the way of
I
that.
saw that, yeah.
Yep. Stem is actually Dutch for voice.
Oh really?
Yes. The director of this movie wrote Saw. The
Really?
movie Saw. So there's a Saw doll on the walls of the VR compound.
There's a what?
A
Saw doll, like a Saw doll
Oh,
painted
okay.
on the walls.
Huh? I did not see that.
When Gray is at the VR compound and he looks for Jamie's mailbox, there is one mailbox that says J1, and that is the director of Saw.
Huh.
So it's kind of like an homage to them. It took 30 days to film.
Really?
Yeah,
That's it.
that's kind of crazy, right? The last sets of numbers that STEM asked Gray to write down is 23.976, which is a reference to the industry standard frame rate of film. And I know this due to knowing After Effects.
Huh.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So normally everyone
Interesting.
says 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second. Film is normally done 23.976.
Huh.
So if you wanted something to be more film-like, that would be that frame rate. The film's final scene is in the poster for the film. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, let me
It
pull
is.
I was
I
gonna say,
remember.
I don't even know what the poster looks like.
Yeah,
up
it's
here.
like a red background.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's the background of the thing and everything, and like the poster right there.
That's
Oh.
when he's walking away.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah,
He almost kind of has like an Ashton Kutcher. Like
Tom
he almost
Hardy.
kind of looks like Ashton Kutcher and Tom Hardy mixed together.
yeah. I think it's a great film. The car concept that they have,
Yeah, that
that's
was
pretty
weird.
interesting. It's pretty wild.
So I told Josh this. I'm like, I've seen that concept car before.
probably something similar at least.
Like recently, within the last year. Like I've actually seen it,
this was filmed in
presented.
2018, so that would
like
make
I've seen like
sense.
presented like
Yeah.
a solar power panel. I even think that I showed you on the podcast. I was like, what do you
Are
guys think about
thinking
this?
of the Tesla truck?
No, it wasn't a truck. It was like that exact car.
Yeah,
And it had solar panels.
Did you
all
see the
over.
new
Yes.
DeLorean, the
Yes.
4-seater?
Yep.
I actually think it's
I
okay.
think it looks good.
Yeah, it's electric though. Boogie woogie.
That it is.
I'll give this movie an 8.
7.
7.
What are we doing next week, Brett?
Well, so is it my turn? Because I kind of
Mhm.
screwed things up with.
No, you're fine,
Top Gun
because Alex
Maverick.
went ahead of you. So
Okay.
Yeah.
just the two.
I need a minute then.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about nerd news here. Skull and Bones, by the way,
Yeah.
finally getting a release date. There was a trailer out, a gameplay trailer. I don't think it looks any better,
I
personally.
haven't watched anything.
No,
I don't see if I want to play a pirate game, I'll just play AC4. You know.
I'll do Sea of Thieves personally because there's multiplayer on it with co-op. That's what I like about it. It's coming out November 8th for next gen. It got announced in 2017, guys.
Yeah.
This is how long.
Yeah.
Boy, it felt like longer than that.
5 years in development as far as like knowledge of it being out. So let's give it a couple years before that because Sea of Thieves.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know when that got teased.
I don't
So,
remember when it got teased. I just remember it came out when I started streaming.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves is yeah. So basically, there's no campaign in this game. It's all open world, and you just
Mhm.
try to become a pirate in the area and just build yourself up,
Good.
just like
That's
Sea of Thieves.
Good. That's what I want.
But the
yeah.
thing is a little different. You're not necessarily controlling just your pirate. You're controlling your ship a little bit differently. It's a little bit more movement focused. It doesn't move as shallow or like as slow as Sea of Thieves does.
Sea of Thieves is pretty
Slow.
slow.
But that's the realism of Sea of Thieves.
It is. It is very realistic. But
This
it's
you're
very
basically in your ship and your crew can mutiny against you and you have a big crew and your ship gets bigger and the ships are more decorative and more out there, more intricate.
Hmm.
3-player co-op with PvP. I
Okay.
don't understand
I don't-
Ubisoft's obsession with 3.
I'm like, I don't get the 3.
Their obsession, not just that, but just the open world. I guess you could maybe call it a massive multiplayer online. Even though, let's say you get it. Ghost Recon was a squad of 4, could play single player, but you have 3 AI partners. Same thing with Breakpoint. Same thing with Division. Technically, you could play alone and not have any
Mhm.
AI squad mates, but you could also play in a group of 4. So
3.
was it? I think
I believe it was 3.
4.
I think
Was
no,
it
in
4?
Division 2 anyway, you could go with 4.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just like they're like put the X on single player campaigns. You know,
What are they going to do with Splinter Cell?
well, something Splinter Cell is in development right now.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
You asked me about it, and I said
I did. That was back
said-
in May. That's
I
right.
said this won't be out before I turn 40.
Yeah.
Well, you're 36
Mhm.
till Sunday.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, yeah.
But not to derail this,
That's
but
good.
did you see that EA took some heat for a tweet about kind of putting down single player games? Did you not see this?
I
No,
think I did.
I didn't.
What did they say though?
I don't know what the tweet
Let me
said,
see what
but
it
they
says.
basically said something disparaging about single player campaigns, praising multiplayer, and the internet tore them apart for it.
Well, it's because it's the internet.
Yes, but you know,
Okay, on Kotaku.com here. Get out of here, email. All right.
All right. What'd they say?
I just want to see the tweet. There are 10, but they only like playing single player games. Okay, so
Oh, okay. I get
do
it.
you understand what that means,
Yes,
Brett?
I get
yes.
it.
What am I, an asshole?
Well,
I
I
know
know
how
what
to
that
read.
means.
I know what it means.
No, what they mean by there are 10.
Yes,
but,
yes,
okay,
I know what
that's
it
that seems to be a trend that's going
It is a
around
trend,
everywhere.
It's a
Yeah.
trend going on.
I just
right
didn't know
now.
if you knew that.
It's saying here's something really good.
There are
here's
10, but
something
they like
bad.
Nickelback. Like that would be one that you would see. But at the same time, like what are we watching?
Replies. We can't show that.
No.
There are 10, but they think EA is a good company. 30,000 likes. Holy
Oh my
crap.
god.
That's a harsh one.
Now, what's
This
funny
might be the
about
greatest
this is
character
that
creation.
Battlefield 2042 is just awful apparently, and that's a major multiplayer game. So, for EA to tweet something like this, it's just I don't know who approved that tweet, but I think they've backtracked it by now.
So everybody's comments under this is what we're laughing about, and it's stuff that we can't show. So you'll have to go and look up the tweet and look at all the comments because it's great. That's like the one thing I like about
I love
TikTok.
the internet
So
sometimes.
TikTok is like Josh always flips to the next video. I'm like, no, go to the comments, like because the comments sometimes are 10 times better than the actual video itself.
You know, it's funny that EA would say that because like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order was a major single player.
It was
game
great.
that people loved.
I mean, I loved it. I didn't finish it, but I loved it. And the sequel's coming out.
Exactly.
So I'm excited.
That's
about that.
just some social media intern probably wrote that tweet and probably got the X.
Alex and I were not against doing single player, but it's hard to stream single player.
Yes, but the streaming community is not everything. There's a bunch of gamers that don't stream.
I get it. What do you mean?
You just said that you basically are saying that you can't stream single player games or you don't want to because
I don't want to.
they don't
What he's
get any
saying is that
traction.
when we actually get
Make content out of a single player campaign. Go ahead.
But it's not all about streaming.
No.
Plenty
No,
of
but-
gamers just
no.
play games.
I know,
Okay,
but what
no,
Josh
I'm
is trying to
talking
say
about
when we
my
actually
videos.
when we have time to play is when we are streaming.
Mhm.
That's
So
when we have
that's
time.
why we haven't
Well,
played a lot of single
I've
player
had
games.
I've had some downtime, on Monday or Tuesday nights where I'm able to do
Like a lot of our downtime now is not really there anymore. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights is our downtime.
In fact, the
So that's
past
when I
2
stream.
Wednesdays I haven't streamed.
Yeah,
I haven't even gotten on, done much of anything.
Yeah. It's
on
been a
those
busy
nights.
But
summer.
Right.
I get what you're saying in the terms of you, but as a greater picture,
Mhm.
the majority of gamers are not streaming. They're just playing
Yeah.
whatever they want to play.
True.
So
The single player aspect is really dwindling, but
I don't think so.
it's not getting. It's not. I mean, they're not giving away a single player campaign.
Companies don't put as much to it because you can't make money off of
for free.
single player
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Unless
games. You can't make continual money.
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Because cool. I got a skin.
Right.
What am I gonna do? Play looking like this? Cool. I mean, that's cool for like Spider-Man
Microtransactions.
and Batman.
Yes, microtransactions. There
But
you go.
but that's I don't know. Does that give you the want to play it over and over again, having a different skin in Spider-Man or
No.
Batman?
No. What do
Unless
I care?
unless
I mean,
the movement or the suit does
so,
something
like,
different for you.
for Arkham Knight, the season pass included DLC gameplay, but then you got a bunch of skins.
Yeah.
That's fine, and it's kind of cool looking like
Do you get those skins on
19
launch at
not
time of
launch
purchase?
with the season pass
So,
whenever it comes
you have
out.
to oh.
Or you can buy it separate too.
Oh, okay.
But you wait long enough and you just get all that for free basically, or for $3. But
Yeah.
my point is, it's kind of cool in a Batman game to see my Batman dressed up like Batman from Batman Returns.
Yeah.
you know?
Okay.
But would I pay for that? No.
Okay. Okay.
Somebody will.
Yeah, absolutely. People will, and that's why they charge for it.
Let's talk about James Caan. He passed away.
He did.
Mhm.
It's
We
hard
actually
for
had
me
quite a
to-
lot of celebrities
Yeah,
pass away in
'cause
the
we
last
just
few
had-
weeks.
We just had what's his name that we talked about the last episode from the same movies, same mob movies. Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, James Caan. He was. So I recognized him more on Elf because that's a
Well, that's
great
yeah.
film.
Well, and a soprano actor who just looks like an Italian mobster, Tony something. I can't remember his last name. He just died last week.
Good gosh.
So, and he was a major character in The Sopranos.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Just it's
He
kinda,
was getting up there too. So
Alex's brother just had an ad on his YouTube about Snoop Dogg dying. I'm like, what?
that's a
So
hoax.
we had to do a quick Google search. It's like, oh, it's just an ad that says "Rip Snoop." It's like that's not a thing. So
Tony.
Okay, go
Sir-
ahead.
Starts with an S.
Yeah, Sirocco.
Yes, yep.
I never
Sirico?
watched. I never watched.
I
it.
didn't
Tony
either.
Sirico.
Are you ever gonna?
I don't know. I've heard the first season, like many other shows, is very slow.
Mm-hmm. Right. Alex, do you want to talk about this article that I sent to you real quick before we move into the fan question? Because I want to get Brett's take on this.
Did you read the rest of the article?
I did not.
Okay.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Brett,
Hmm?
there is a trend. This article just came out on Friday,
It's a new TikTok
July
trend.
8th. It's a TikTok trend called vabbing.
Can you guess what it is?
No.
Just nothing at all.
Well, I mean,
It deals with a scent.
like SCENT.
Yes.
Yes.
Scent.
Yes.
Well, I'm trying to think what two words combined could become vabbing, and I don't like one of them.
What is it?
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, okay, something to do with the vagina,
Okay,
obviously.
yes, that was
And
where-
what do you
that's
do
where
with
I was
it?
going. I don't know. I don't have one.
Something to do with the vagina. And what do you do with it? I don't know.
I mean, I know what. No, I'm not even gonna go there.
So to spell it out, it's V as in Victor, Alpha, Beta, Beta, Indigo.
Go.
I don't know what the N is.
Vivian.
Just B-A-B-B-I-N-G.
Well, it's hard to
Babbing.
It's good.
Okay. Alex, what is it?
What, you want me to take it away? 'Cause
Yeah,
I have
go
a
ahead.
vagina?
You're
The one that was in McDonald's looking this shit up and texting me
I
about
saw it on my Facebook as a freaking ad.
I tried to look it up to see if it was a thing, and this really is like
Okay,
a
so
trend.
it's a TikTok trend that says women use their vaginal juice as perfume.
to mix with their pheromones to try to attract a partner.
That's not as crazy as you might think.
So the rest of the article, if you would have actually read it,
It's a weird.
does not work.
It doesn't
Okay.
work.
Does
What do you
not
mean
work.
it doesn't work?
It does not work.
What's its intentions?
Its intentions
It's
are
like
you're supposed to.
It's like a pheromone
You're-
upgrade.
Yes, like that's what they're thinking of is you take
Yourself.
you take your scent from yourself and you dab it on your wrist, behind your ears, and all the other places you would put perfume, and then that's supposed to attract the mate that you want or something. And really it just makes you smell like a freaking vagina. And
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I could
Someone
see
says,
that.
"I swear, if you vab, you will attract people like a date, a one-night stand.
yes, okay, so
or you'll
people
just
are going
get free
to say that.
drinks all night."
But is that just a placebo for wow, they just looked good? Because all right, the actual act of doing anything to make yourself feel more confident, like, oh, I did this, so that means I'm going to get
What?
somebody. So it increases your confidence level, which means you're going to attract more people anyway. So scientifically,
just because you have confidence doesn't
no,
mean
but
you're
no,
going
but
to
if
attract
versus
more.
if you go out any other night and you're like, oh, I just don't, I'm here, I'm just gonna wait to see if somebody comes up. Versus like, oh, I'm trying this new thing out, so you seem a little bit more.
How would you feel wearing that as a
Because
woman?
it's something like new and like, oh, let's just see if
Okay,
this
you.
works. Me, I'm never gonna fucking do
I
it.
think
No,
he's asking, how would you feel with it on you?
yeah,
disgusting.
right.
Okay, then that's-
Because that makes me feel really gross around other girls now because I don't want their juices getting all over me.
Oh, I don't think it's in a.
I don't
that
think they're
liquid state
they're
on the
rubbing
skin.
it on you, girl. This is a new thing.
I'm saying like if we're in like flashbacks and we're dancing and we're like rubbing on each other and I'm like,
how
I'm
much
not, like,
worse is it than sweat?
okay, I'd much rather have sweat than someone's
Sweat
vag
is
juices all over
is
me.
urine of the skin. That's
Okay,
shit.
Again,
okay.
much rather have
Guys.
pee than pussy juice all over
Guys,
me.
I can't believe I'm googling this.
Okay, so here's the thing. You can like it's probably not very safe in my opinion because what if you've got some type of like herpes
Sure.
or something and then you're just taking all of that and you're putting it on your skin and then you're making it like more out there or an STD or something and you're like putting it on your skin and you're like
I don't.
Or
I'm not even gonna
bacteria
look this
and-
up. I'm
Yeah,
not even gonna
don't go
look
there.
this up.
I get what
I
you're
was
saying.
gonna compare sweat versus.
so but reading the article it actually says men it would work on.
Really? Well, that's
What do we do?
crazy.
Pee?
You take your stuff,
Love juice.
Semen?
your love juices, and you wear it as not a perfume, but to mix with your
pheromone.
pheromones. Apparently, what chemically is going on with your semen and your pheromones can pair together to actually increase your scent
No.
and attract females. Girls, apparently, on the other hand, scientifically, it does absolutely nothing.
I'm sorry.
If you actually would have read the article.
I mean, sounds like something
I'm not.
Russell Dunbar or Barney Stinson might do.
I know, right?
I-
I'm sorry, but I'm not rubbing on your. No. So all right. So basically, something about Mary, how she gets
Yeah.
that in her hair.
Okay.
and uses it as hair gel.
So what would they call it for men?
I don't know. It's not. I don't know if it's a thing right now, but apparently right now that is a big trend. Is vabbing.
Okay, well, some
Sabbing.
people are saying vabbing plus herpes. Uh-oh.
Yeah, see, it told you. That's what I think about. Is like you're taking stuff from down there, and you completely defeat the purpose of going to the bathroom and washing your hands. That's what I think
Yeah,
about.
I think so.
I don't want your downstairs mix-up on me. If you're a guy and you have another opinion, you're like, oh my god, that's hot. Hey, whatever. That's all you, man. But that's not something I'm going to be into anytime soon.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think it's disgusting.
Let's talk about the fan question here. What?
How'd you
What?
come across this fan question?
No, there's nothing to show.
What happened?
I don't know. I'll have to find it here in a sec. Give me a sec. Alex?
I thought of it.
I thought of it.
How? What happened to make you think of this?
There we
Well,
This dog looks like he's shitting.
go. You don't want that alcohol, bro.
no, you don't. Well, I don't know.
read
We
it
were just.
What alcoholic beverage do you avoid because of your history with it? And the meme says, when you smell a certain type of alcohol and you're reminded of the time you almost died.
You know what that makes me think of?
Hypnotic?
Yeah, that's
No.
what I was gonna
No,
say.
you know what that makes me think of? Like that, just that
Isn't
what you just
that
said.
your answer though?
Yes, it is. But when you smell a certain type of alcohol and you're reminded of the time you almost died, what photo in your head comes to mind? Not of me, but one of our friends.
Is it me?
No, Chicago.
Well, there is one of Brett that comes to mind.
Yeah, I know, but Chicago. Think of it.
Oh, is it of our friend Josh
Yes.
when he had
No,
the Everclear?
Yost?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It makes me think of Yost as a meme, just like when he had Everclear for the first time and he
Ooh.
got, that's all he
But
drank.
to answer your question
And
about
he
Brett,
was so
there's a
mad.
photo I have of you where you just puked your guts out in your apartment when you were having the party where you hit your head in the wall.
Yep.
That one reminds me of that. I'll have to show it to you later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Something.
I don't know what's going on with
So
that.
yours is hypnotic, Alex.
Yes, 100%
What's yours,
hypnotic.
Josh?
I have two actually. Hypnotic
I don't
and
know.
as much as I absolutely love it, but Dragonberry Bacardi rum.
Okay.
Like I love that stuff so much, but recently if like anything tastes any bit like Dragonberry, that was my drink when I was 21. Hypnotic was my drink experimenting with alcohol. That's all I'll say. How about that?
Pre 21.
Maybe. But Hypnotic was my drink of choice for a very long time. And if I even go, there's one time that I went back to it. Josh bought me a bottle of it when we were living in Chicago, and it was like
Mhm.
5 years after I had ever the last time I drank it, and I was like, okay, let's try it. And I popped the bottle, took a shot, said no, never again. Like it was an automatic. Hell no, I'm never drinking it again. I don't care what you mix it in. No. So yes, Hypnotic is definitely that one. But when I was at 21 and going out to the bars, that was my drink of choice, was to get do a Dragonberry bomb or do Dragonberry and Sprite. And yeah, it's amazing, but my body, as soon as it smells it, it's just reminded of being sick the next day for all day.
Josh?
So yeah, that's mine.
For me personally, I gotta say like anything vodka.
Or vodka and orange juice, a screwdriver.
Screwdriver's
Hell
pretty
no,
harsh.
I'm never drinking a screwdriver again.
Yeah, screwdriver's
No.
pretty harsh. I'm not into that anymore. It's too.
Vodka and Gatorade too.
Yeah.
We used to do that a lot.
A lot. We did
Yeah.
vodka and Gatorade a lot.
I don't understand.
That was like the cheap teenage way of drinking.
Yeah, I don't understand how we did that. Like vodka seems to be like a go-to first.
That's because it's light and easy, and it's not exactly. It doesn't really taste like anything. It
True.
just tastes like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
At least McCormick's and Dark Eyes does.
What's yours, Brett?
Probably probably Jägermeister.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Jaeger.
ever remember you drinking Jaeger.
No, I did.
I did. I don't ever. Was it before us?
It was.
No.
It was Jaeger bombs. It wasn't just straight Jägermeister.
Oh yeah, Jaeger bombs. Yeah.
I
And
don't ever remember you
It's
guys
not
drinking
because
Jaeger.
I got super wasted on it. It's just because that is a very specific smell and taste, and once
Mhm.
you're at a certain level, you don't care. But now, like you couldn't pay me to drink it.
Yeah. Oh man, we drank
Really,
on the
Jaeger?
4th.
I
No.
would have thought you had said like a type of beer or something.
Oh, Alex and I went to we forgot to mention we went to a winery.
Oh, we went to a winery.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
on
did
Sunday.
wine tasting for the first
Saturday.
time.
Saturday. Yeah, we did wine tasting. It was great.
It was
So
beautiful.
I
It
gotta
was
say,
gorgeous, and
wine
everything was tasting
wine's
amazing.
a different alcohol, man.
Oh, I
That's
love
a nice
wine.
one to sip on.
Yes, I love
sometimes.
wine.
Like I'm actually more of a wine drinker now. I think I've gotten a little
Oh,
classy.
it was so nice.
We did a wine tasting, and that's only $5 to get you to do it. I was
Oh.
smashed by the time we were done with
She
that.
like, all right, so you get to pick like it was $5. So you're gonna pick 6 wines to taste, right?
and you get at least an ounce.
Yeah. And
Of
it's
each.
and then some crackers, like little like oyster crackers to eat in between to change your palate, right? So, but here's the thing: at the end of like a couple of Josh's like that she poured, because you get like a huge list and you check off which ones you want to try, and at the end of a couple bottles, like or she was pouring Josh's the last couple, and she goes, there's not really a lot left in here, and then she would just top off Josh's glass. And I looked at Josh and I was like,
I had a full wine glass.
he had like almost a full
it's
wine
not
glass at one
gonna-
point.
It's not gonna fill anybody else's, so might as well.
No.
I know, but it was we'd already were feeling buzzed at that point. I looked at Josh because we had not even bought.
another
We
taste
still
to
had
do.
another taste to do, and we still had to buy our bottle to go and drink with our friends. And we're
Yeah.
like, okay. And I looked at Josh and I looked at him, and I said a line from Aladdin. I looked at him. I was like, "Thank you, goodbye." Because it was also she poured him the 12% or the whatever. All the other ones we were having were like light wines. She goes, "Oh, you know what? There's not really a lot left." Do, 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 do. Just gave him the rest, and I looked down. I'm like, "Goodbye."
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Oh, it's very nice though. Very
I'll
good
go
wine.
again. I'll go there again.
Oh, yeah,
I would love to
definitely.
go back
We need to
there.
go again.
It's right outside of town, right north of town where
Yeah.
we went. But anyways, yeah, I think that sometimes I can't really go back to beer. It gives me a headache. But
I've never been a beer drinker,
no.
so I can sip on some flavored beer, but that's about it.
We got some answers on Discord here. So if you guys are not part of the Discord, please join us on Discord. We got the link in all of our descriptions of audio and video. Brig is the first one. He said both vodka and tequila. If it's mixed, though, with other drinks, I don't mind. So
like a margarita.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I got one from Crystal that says, I think I heard Patrick mention this before, but sour apple pucker was delicious, but had too much of it. And when I tried to drink it again, I couldn't stomach it.
That was my drink of choice for my 21st
I think that's
birthday.
you as well. I think sour pucker is
I
you
don't
as
know.
well.
I think I could probably take a couple shots still of sour apple pucker.
Is there another pucker you would like to do?
Probably watermelon.
Yeah, the watermelon was pretty good.
Pucker's always been like, I think it's just the sugar.
Mhm.
Anything like,
Very
so when you're
sugary.
21 and
Very,
like
very much sugary.
experimenting, you're like, oh my God, this sugary drink and this sugary drink. Well, do you remember that one night where we just grabbed, like went to Benny's and
Beanies. We just-
grabbed like, we're like, oh, let's get this and this and this. And it was, we got that whipped cream,
it was
not whipped,
alcohol,
but it was,
whipped cream.
yeah, it was alcohol infused whipped cream. So we got all of that and we just made these sugary freaking drinks. And we were going to have this grand old time, just the three of us. And we all ended up just feeling sick
After, like,
because
our
we
second
drank
shot,
so much
yeah.
sugar.
It was awful.
Do you remember Three Olives Dude?
Yes.
Yes.
The Mountain Dew.
That was good stuff.
Yes. You know what? Maybe I should actually go get some loopy.
Oh, the Fruit Loops one?
Yeah.
I might not. That might be up there.
For you, I would love
I don't know.
to have it with some Sprite.
No,
I don't-
Loopy I'd still be
I
fine
don't
with.
think they make Dude anymore.
Probably not. Dang, they probably dwindled.
Three
their
Olives was
line.
like,
That
They
was
were
good.
great.
making them.
Yeah,
they
I
were
That was
like
the
doing-
fruity stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
And
had
not
some
just
good
fruity.
stuff.
They just had some.
they had some really
Crazy flavors.
interesting flavors.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got Instagram out?
Yeah, I've got Instagram. So speaking of Patrick here, he did say peppermint schnapps, which I can agree with because I've only had it a couple times and I'll never have it again. One of the times was on my 21st birthday and it made me want to puke. So no, never again. So peppermint schnapps did the stupid thing when I was young of mixing when drinking the schnapps and then traded to my boy and he was drinking tequila. The Mexican in me could not give up the tequila.
I love it.
Oh my
I got one
God.
on Facebook from cousin Andrew, and he says, I don't know if I avoid it so much these days because I got sick on it. It's more because the more expensive taste and I can afford it now. But Southern Comfort for several years just sounded disgusting because I got terribly sick on it once during my summer of fun.
I remember when he would drink Southern Comfort.
You did?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I am not a whiskey person. I don't know how people can
Is
go.
it whiskey?
SoCo?
SoCo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay.
certain.
Yeah.
I mean, is bourbon?
Bourbon is whiskey.
Yeah, yeah. So, I got another one on Facebook from my mother.
Your mom? Your mom?
Yes.
Your mom drinks?
Well,
Drank?
Once upon a time.
she has some
I know.
rum.
Yeah, your mom and I we get really funny when we're wine drunk though.
Yeah. She said lime vodka. Maybe
I
a
don't.
vodka lime.
So your mom and I. So the hardest thing I've ever drank with your mom,
Oh.
besides wine coolers, is her and I would drink daiquiris
Yeah.
together. But
Yeah.
that'd be about it.
But those would be still about 5.
Oh,
6%
I mean, it would be like,
anyway.
yeah. I mean, I'd
They're
have
not even that
I'd have a
strong.
couple, and she would be sipping on one. But she thought that was fun to be able to drink with me. So, but yeah, I love it when your mom and I get to drinking some wine. She gets all funny.
You got very excited.
It's fun to drink with your mom.
Alex, I got a few more on Facebook actually that commented on your
Oh, that's fine. We actually
share.
got quite a bit on Instagram.
You want to do yours then?
No.
Okay. We got one from Paige. She said, straight up Patron.
Whew.
First experience taking a shot of tequila. They didn't tell me to bite on the lime or do the salt, so never will I do straight up tequila again.
I can't. It burns too much. Like I smell it. Like
Yeah.
I'll force it, but if I don't get it all in one gulp, I just can't do it. Nope. Mm-mm. My mouth, my stomach won't let me.
Your cousin Heather said,
Oh, I saw her answer.
your party on one of your visits home from South Dakota 8 weeks after her first son was born, 11 shots in an hour, enough said,
of Jaeger.
of Jägermeister.
Of Jaeger. She was so. I'm never gonna forget that.
She was so
She
bad.
was
She
so
was in a bad way.
drunk, so drunk. I mean, I remember her in the bathroom staring at the wall and telling me it was just moving, and she was so sick.
She was
so
gone.
sick.
3 sheets to the wind. One more comment from your mother, and she said none.
Yeah, but did you see what I said underneath?
She said it just tastes nasty.
Yeah,
Zambuca.
whatever, Mom. You're a liar. You're a liar.
Yeah,
None. Whatever. I said Zambuca because that's the only thing she ever talks about being disgusting. And I'm like, she's like, oh, it just tastes bad. I'm like, well, then answer it with Zambuca.
Right.
Which is funny because that's her. I think she said that's how she got her
She got a
nickname.
nickname off of it. Yeah.
Oh, Buka, yeah.
Yeah, that's how she got. That's how she got her name.
I would have a, not to derail, but a movie suggestion.
Okay.
Oh, finally! What is
Finally,
it?
the movie.
Well, I've had it for a while, but we were talking about it.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Have you guys seen the original RoboCop?
I have.
Alex?
I've seen the end.
Could do RoboCop.
I don't want to watch it because I didn't like the ending.
Well, you don't know what happened before the ending.
Josh, tell him I don't want to watch RoboCop.
Why?
Because they hated it.
Well, the reason I stumbled upon it is because there's a new
game
coming out.
Yeah, they did. They announced a Terminator game and they announced a RoboCop.
I've
game.
seen
so
scenes
crazy.
of-
They're
I've
doing
seen
40-year-old
Yeah.
game.
They're,
seen
they're gonna
multi-
do well too. I
I've
think.
seen multiple scenes of it, and I saw the ending, and I didn't like it.
Okay, fine. What do you,
Fine, I'll have to pick something else. I may not be able to pick it. During the show.
During the show.
Do you have more on Facebook?
No.
All right, so I've got Instagram, the Fickle Fanboy Podcast.
Shout out to them.
Gin, period. Everything else
Ugh.
is fair game.
Gin is
I've had
awful.
gin.
I've never had gin.
I've had gin once.
Some people move to it and think,
and
it's
that was
good.
only because we were over at Tower, and Tower gives you the nice drinks. The nice big full drinks of 90% of its alcohol, even when you try to get a mixed drink.
Yeah.
And somebody ordered gin or thought that they ordered something else, and they actually ordered gin, and I was already drunk at the time, and they didn't want to drink it. And I'm like, I'll drink it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that did not end well. Hell no. Dan from Dan and Cody podcast, he says, SoCo.
I think we should do RoboCop. I think we should.
Fine.
Okay, we'll do RoboCop because Alex isn't gonna remember.
You might like it, Alex. It's actually a really good movie.
It also has
Okay.
Red Foreman in it.
I don't
Yes,
care.
it does. And
Yeah, it has a lot of people in
He's
it.
got hair.
he's an asshole in that movie.
He's got hair.
Jersey Comic Crew podcast.
Shout out to them.
Tequila.
Yeesh. So here's the thing. I can only do certain tequila. If I do anything that's like off-brand or like really cheap, it will make me go to the toilet. Like I'm thinking about the Kirkland tequila. That's just awful
Ugh.
from Costco.
Oh,
Remember when I took a shot of that?
oh, the Kirkland tequila.
So bad.
Oh, so bad. So bad.
The burn.
So
I
bad.
feel it right here.
J Movie Talk podcast.
Shout out to them.
Fortunately for me, I'm not a big drinker, but I have heard that Patron is the devil.
No, Patron is fine.
I-
Patron's great.
When it's mixed with things, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Right. I think we're saying the same thing.
J.M. Brady, is
Shout
from
out to them.
his podcast as well, which is I avoid Budweiser. It's overrated and not fun to drink.
I will do like a good beer, like I don't know. I'll try to find a good like.
Wow, I think we found the winner
Lager.
here.
What's up,
Terrible Terror podcast, Brian Jaeger.
Yeah.
Jaeger's for the win, man. Jaeger, but it's only because of the taste. Honestly, I haven't avoided anything that I got sick on, probably because I got so sick I forgot what I did. I did avoid gin for a while, though.
Nice.
So I'd say out of everything that we have so far, I'd definitely say that Jaeger is Jaeger and tequila, I
Yeah.
guess, are going to be our two winners.
Tequila actually saves my hangovers for the most part. Like if I do a shot of tequila at the end of the night, next day I'll probably feel mostly okay. It keeps me from feeling terrible sometimes. I don't know. It just happens. But anyways,
I don't think I have
do
anything
you guys have
else.
anything else you want to touch on as far as topics go?
No, we
No.
got Pixel's really upset.
He needs to
better
I
go.
think it's just because he's
Freaking-
been so sick for the whole week, and we just came up here and shoved him in his kennel, and he's like, "No, but I want to snuggle with Brad."
Okay, so Alex, you want to go ahead and plug your Twitch then?
Yeah, if you would like to watch me game, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings with a special stream coming this Sunday
I was gonna mention
afternoon.
that. Yes.
Yeah, this Sunday afternoon at 12:30, probably from 12:30 to 2:30. I'm going to be having my nephew Jeremy back on. We're going to be playing some Kirby.
He's obsessed with
He
Kirby.
loves Kirby, and I haven't played Kirby since I was probably his age, so or younger. So well, that's what we're gonna do. He really wants to play Kirby. He really wants to be on my stream again, and of course, I'm not gonna say no to that. So
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys tune in on my stream on Saturday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Sunday. Or was it Sunday?
Sunday.
It's Sunday, yeah.
Yes, Sunday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna be playing some Kirby,
Gerby.
Kirby, with my nephew.
Yep.
So,
As far as my stream goes, it's twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MISTERL. You can catch me there on Wednesday and Thursday evening. And Saturday morning, you'll probably see me playing Fall Guys. For the most part, probably Fall Guys. I don't know if I'll do anything else this week. We'll see.
I think we might actually do that Friday or Saturday night, do Shredder's Revenge, so we can play with the new character.
Yeah, that sounds
And then
good.
and maybe we'll do Call of Duty on the
We
other
have a
night.
voicemail.
We have a voicemail.
We do. Yes, I'm gonna play it here in a sec, and it is from Patrick, I believe. Yes, it is. Okay.
Okay.
So whenever Brett's ready here, I'll get
Go for
get us going.
Hey everybody, it's Patrick from the Paranormal Activity Podcast and the Let Me Show You Something podcast. I meant to answer the question last Monday about what movies be, upgraded or rezzed up or whatever, and I forgot because I got caught up in a meeting. But Starship Troopers, I think would be great with the upgraded, everything. I hope you guys have seen Starship Troopers. It's freaking awesome. So I think that'd be one movie that'd be great, and maybe even RoboCop, because there was a couple of times with the Ed 209, and even in RoboCop 2 with the Kane robot that needed some updating. So I think that'd be pretty cool. And pineapples.
Oh my gosh,
By the way, they're everywhere. Now that
They
we're just
are.
talking about it, they're everywhere.
they are.
Okay, so
RoboCop is very ironic.
RoboCop was redone in like 2014.
It was we're not talking about remakes,
No, like
Right, but
re-released in
There
Like
has
theaters.
re-release, like if they
there has
remastered
been
it.
an upgraded
Yeah,
version, I
They-
guess.
Yeah.
I have never seen Starship Troopers.
You haven't?
Nope.
I've seen it.
I've seen parts of it.
It is so.
I thought it was. I
it's
heard it was
cheesy.
awful.
It's
cheesy.
cheesy.
But if you let go and let it be a stupid movie, it's actually more entertaining.
So
I
you
just
don't
thought it
take
was
too
very over
seriously?
the top.
I watched it on my own when I was like just one day washing
We were
the
in
dishes.
Chicago, I think.
I watched it like last month.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So back to our plugs. If you want to make sure you guys hit that like button on our YouTube, especially this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd appreciate that. And hit that bell to be notified when we're live every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please rate us on Spotify as well. I actually got into our Spotify recently, and we don't have any ratings. So if you guys are listening to us on Spotify, give us a rating. We'd very much appreciate it. As far as our social media goes, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. PTO Unlimited, PTO Unlimited _podcast is what you'll search on Instagram. And then also make sure you're following us on our Discord, which is public to everybody to chat with us. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L.
Brett _wings.
Cute _kitty.
Final note. So you remember I've told you a couple things about that Xbox group I'm in
Yeah.
on Facebook. So
Are you getting berated by comments?
No, but I read one today from somebody. They said, I just pre-ordered Modern Warfare. He's like, has anybody else done this? Give me some feedback. And I'm like, feedback on what? The pre-order?
Yeah.
All you did was pre-order it.
You
And
gave money to a company that didn't need the money.
the comments just ripped this
Oh
person
my
to shit.
I'm sure they
God.
did. Don't pre-order a game.
No, it wasn't that. Like,
Oh.
why do you need feedback on the pre-order
On the
process?
pre-order process.
When I think what he meant, I don't know what he meant, because how could you have feedback on a game that's not even out yet? So they took it to mean, it's like one guy said, oh, it was great. I hit that button. It was easy. So they're such trolls in that group.
Well,
and
I
it's-
love
I know
it.
we're gonna get the new Modern Warfare. We're gonna get
Yes,
it. I
we
think
have
that's
to.
the only game
have
we're
to.
getting this fall.
Probably.
So we might as well just pre-order it now.
Might as
We'll
well,
see.
Alex.
Well, we're gonna get it, but we're not gonna get feedback off of it.
I don't
I
even
mean,
remember, even though we just watched that showcase, anything coming out this fall, which is fine because my backlog of stuff I want to play. And although God of War Ragnarok did
Yes,
get a
it's
release
coming
date
out.
for November,
Mhm.
too bad nobody can buy a PS5 for retail. So
are you
not like it
looking
matters.
to get one?
Eventually?
Are you in the market though? Like, are you looking? Like, if it's there, will you buy it?
I'm signed up on an app that tells you when places get them in stock, but even then, it's only online, and the chances of actually getting one are rare.
Yeah. I've had some issues with the Series X lately, actually, with Fall Guys, where my store and stuff won't load in, but I'll get onto the Series S and it'll work just fine.
Weird.
It is very weird. The Series X has had some issues with a couple of other things like Call of Duty Alex. I have some map load-in issues. Did you have any last night? You did.
Same maps.
Even the one that we just, like the Moscow-looking one?
Same maps.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here, guys. We'll catch you guys next week for episode 307. By the way, it's 7-Eleven day. Just realized that.
yeah.
7-11-22. All right. Bye, guys.